When they said Ollie was getting out the deadwood, I didn't see he was getting out the deadwood. I saw he was getting out the easy targets, fam. And that's why the Fellaini's, the Lukaku's, what's it called, etc.
What, they don't fit the picture? They don't fit the bill? Is that
the profile
of a Man United player sort of thing?
Fellaini, Lukaku and Smalling wouldn't be the worst additions to this team right now.
No, they wouldn't.
Especially Smalling. I mean, if you look at the season he's had at Roma last season.
And look how shit our centre-backs have looked.
Nah, what's it?
And it's the Tracksuit Pundits. This is episode 1 of our podcast on Bradders Head Movement TV.
Momo Head Movement TV, Halamala Talavala.
And it's Fred's Tracksuit Pundits TV. You know what it is.
And it's all Tracksuit Pundits now anyway.
And it's all Tracksuit Pundits. So yes, here we go. Episode 1, discussing the Premier League and the transfer window, who we think's had the best. Obviously, we'll have our input about our own teams and give our input about basically the top teams, and we'll go through the league as we see. So I'll start with Manchester United. Watch your mouth, Fred. So obviously, as 95% of the fan base feel, we've had a disappointing transfer window. Our transfer window, like, Sancho was our target. We all knew that before the Leicester game when we got top 4. Apparently, if we got top 4, we was going to get Sancho. We still didn't get him. It's just a case of the cycle again, and the board haven't backed the manager as they should. A lot of people that don't earn the money that we earn in the league like to talk about, oh, Man U have spent this, Man U have spent that. But if you look at the net spend, it hasn't been that great. If you go and look at what owners have actually put into the clubs, we're bottom of that table with like 90 million taken out on top of the loan that we're paying back. So, like, if anybody wants to come with there, we haven't been backed, and we have been backed, and we have this, like, it's not your argument, any like
it's mental though, because from an outside point of view, it looks like the owners do back the managers.
Like I've just explained to you, if you deep the net spend, like we spent 70 million. Like there was one season where we got like Fred, Delo and something like that, bro. I don't know who we sold that season or what our net spend was, but our net spend last season before we got Bruno, was like 60 or 70 million. And with the money that we earn, bro, that's not like
it's not like
and the position that we're in, that's not like crazy to ask for more, bro. Like,
and with what's needed,
you know what I mean?
And Man City
yes,
doing, and with how their boards are backing their teams. Look at Liverpool. Liverpool's director of football or whoever he is, I can't remember his name, but he's doing a fucking mad job.
And he supports the club, loves the club. They're football guys, aren't they?
Yeah, he got how much for? Who did they sell the other day?
Ryan Brewster.
Yeah.
Like 23.5 mil.
Yeah. And got Jota, they're doing great business.
Yeah, but like even this, I'm going to go on to Ollie now, right? I'm not Ollie out as such, right? Because I think it's kind of too early considering he got third last season to be like Ollie out, which we kind of only know we got third because after the restart, Leicester won 2 out of 10 games.
Yeah,
otherwise we weren't getting that third spot, right? And my thing is, right, you know, like last season when everybody got gassed on Ollie's getting out the deadwood, got rid of Lukaku, got rid of Smalling, Fellaini's.
Fellaini.
I'm looking at the team and I'm thinking, bro, like, all right, that's not the complete deadwood. Like, all right, if you do want to get rid of them, man, in the future, I understand and get rid of them, but
there's deader wood.
There's way deader wood.
There is deader wood.
Phil Jones, Andreas Pereira, Jesse Lingard. Like, I think Lingard could be in the squad as a complete and utter squad player, but does he bring more to the squad than Lukaku does? Like, even now, bro, like, even Fellaini gave you, I always said this, he gave you a different option. I don't think it should always be your go-to option, but at the same time, he gave you something different. And over the years, what it's been at Man United is, it's been easy to scapegoat a certain type of player, bro. Right, when the truth is, bro, if you're really looking at it, fam, and you're looking at the United squad, fam, it's like, we have this kind of like British and English bias, you know what I mean? Where people I've kind of had brief conversations with just before about like Rashford, right? I don't want to be harsh, bro, because I do love Marcus Rashford. I love him being part of our club. But the truth is, fam, right, is he's not as good as he's made out to be, bro. I watch him week in, week out, bro.
Yeah.
Right, and even since the restart, right, because a lot of people give Pogba like a lot of stick, unwarranted. If you ask me, right, right with Rashford's had one good game to me since the restart. He scored against Brighton the other day, a good goal, but. Since the restart, bro, he's had one good game, and that was Palace, bro. Like, he was amazing in that game. Yeah. I'm sorry, bro. Like, that's not good enough to be getting the credit that he's been getting. But I'm going a bit off topic. I'll deal with the Ole thing, and then we'll go into the squad after, because everybody can give their opinion on Ole. So with Ole, right, I've been seeing it for time. When they were saying he was getting out this deadwood, like I've said to you, before Smalling went, Jones needed to go, bro. Like, you could let Jones out on the free, and I don't think there's many Premier League clubs that will go near him. And he's still at Man U getting paid wages. The same with Juan Mata, bro. Like, you had people the other day, and this is kind of why they get away with it. You have deluded Man United fans. He played well against Luton, bro.
Yeah,
right.
I
And
see
Brighton's
that.
second team. And you know what somebody was saying to me, lads?
I see that.
He needs to start over Greenwood. And I'm like, what?
Hold on. Can we expose the? Can we expose
Nah,
the?
it was just somebody on Twitter. You know what Twitter's like,
You
bro.
know what
But it
Twitter's
wasn't even
like.
a bot account. This geezer had followers and that, and he was just like, but the thing is, he put it on the Man United post before I got into it with him about it. Yeah, right. Yeah. And he had like 100 likes, and I thought, like, what? Because he played well. Greenwood come on for 10 minutes and scored a goal and got an assist, bro.
Yeah.
Like, if you're playing in the Man United shirt, you should be able to outplay Luton, bro.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
You're reserved, like.
Is that you've been a Man United fan your whole life, like me, bro? So it's like, how many years have we been Man United fans? Like,
Yeah,
that's not special to do, bro.
that's a
You know
standard.
what I mean?
That's a standard game.
You know what I mean?
That's for the reserves.
You know where I get gassed? You know, if like this new kid that's coming in January, bro,
Yeah,
he comes
yeah.
in and he turns it up, bro.
Yeah.
It's like, yo, he looks all right. Not a 34-year-old Juan Mata, bro. That's what you're supposed to be doing, that, fam.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, they're not things, really, right? If you're getting paid 160 grand a week at Man United, bro, you should be doing things like, not just against Luton and Brighton's reserve team. When we pull you in against flipping Man City, bro, I want to see a bit of a game out of you. The Arsenals, the Chelseas, the Liverpools. But nah, bro, really, you're deadwood to them type of games, bro. You've got 32 pace, bro. You know, like really, bro. Nah, but I see, you know what it is?
FIFA 21.
Because I'm feeling it at the moment, bro. This is you're getting like the passion out of me of the rant, and I don't want to seem like I'm just being harsh on players, because Matt is a good guy, bro, but it's not about sentiment at top football
it's not
clubs.
about being a good guy,
David Silva has just left Man City. Juan Mata in his prime was still nowhere near where David Silva was, lads. Right? And David Silva even now is nowhere near what he is now. Right?
Yeah.
But David Silva's left Man City, gone to Sociedad, bro, right? And we're re-signing Juan Mata. And these are things that have happened under Oli, you know, fam. Like, we re-signed Mata, we re-signed Jones, fam. These like, so when you're telling me he's getting out the deadwood, I'm looking at it and I'm seeing like, Smalling, all right, one of Smalling's faults, fam, is when he's on the ball, he looks like Bambi on ice. It's all there's like 12 composure on FIFA, fam. He looks mad and that. But as a defender, bro, is he a worse defender than Lindelof, bro?
Or Maguire.
That's a big shout there, Momo. Or Maguire.
No, if we're being honest, as a defender,
Honestly,
bro.
yeah, it's true.
Because when we beat PSG that year, right, we played Barca at home. I think we lost the game, bro. But I remember
Don Messi.
Fam,
Yeah.
Fam, I remember going and pulling Messi out of Smalling's pocket that day, bro.
Yeah, Smalling,
you know, like
Smaldini arrived that day.
Mike
Man like
Smalling.
Smaldini, you know.
Mike,
He's had a season being Mike Smalling as well.
you know what I mean? So lads, like,
He's got something in the bank.
he has, man, but in the sense of, all right, if you wanted to replace him with something better, I'd understand, bro. But you're talking about, Ollie's getting out the deadwood, fam.
Yeah.
If we would have had Lukaku in our squad last season, bro, we'd have been a better squad, fam. So let's talk about getting out the deadwood. I think it's very easy to scapegoat a certain type of player, bro. You know what I mean? And it's like, Lukaku's first touch. You know why Lukaku's first touch looked bad? And this is what I explained when we were speaking the other day. Under Mourinho, the striker, gets isolated, bro. This is why people like Harry Kane and Costa and Didier Drogba, they will flourish under Zlatan.
Yeah.
These people haven't got bad first touches.
Even Benzema.
Benzema's got a beautiful first touch. Yeah.
They can get the ball in and hold it, right? Whereas with Man U, when we had Mourinho and Lukaku, fam, say like the 10 times the ball breaks to him and you need him to hold it to bring the team forward, because obviously Mourinho has everybody so deep, including the wingers. It's like 5 times it might bounce off his shin. So he's like, one of his flaws is getting like highlighted. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And when I see that, like, it's like he was a scapegoat. He's not the type of player that you wanted at Man U. I saw a debate what Gary Neville and Adam McCullough had, and how Neville spoke about him was a bit like, whoa, like, bloody hell, he hasn't been.
He hasn't been that bad.
He didn't leave like Carlos Tevez, bro. You know what I mean? He didn't go to the ops, the other side of the city, bro.
Yeah, I know.
So like, let's have a bit of respect, bro. You know what I mean? Same thing, PSG game when we beat PSG, fam. Right? He scored 2 goals and was mad. Rashford tweeted this the other day to him.
He did.
Right? He was like the most instrumental part of that game. You know, after the game, I said that nobody wanted to concentrate on Lukaku. Everybody wanted to concentrate on Rashford because he scored that penalty, which I'm not playing it down. A lot of pressure. But ultimately, you scored a penalty, bro. Lukaku at the first, was it off Thiago Silva or one of the defenders that he took it off anyway?
Yeah.
Rounded the keeper, scored.
Tough finish, one of them.
Tough
like
finish. He had to slide. But just an all-round good goal, bro. Out of nothing, wasn't created for him, wasn't put on a plate. And then the second one was put on a plate, but he's there as to finish Rashford's shot. So it's like, but Rashford got more credit for taking that shot than Lukaku did for actually scoring the goal. You know what I mean? Like,
I know what you mean.
So like when they said Oli was getting out the deadwood, I didn't see he was getting out the deadwood. I saw he was getting out the easy targets, fam. And that's why the Fellaini's, the Lukaku's, what's it called, etc.
What, they don't fit the picture? They don't fit the bill? Is that the profile of a Man United player sort of thing?
Fellaini, Lukaku and Smalling wouldn't be the worst additions to this team right now.
No, they wouldn't.
Especially Smalling. I mean, if you look at the season he's had at Roma last season.
And look how shit our centre-backs have looked.
So really, you understand my point about when I'm saying he's getting out the deadwood. No, you're not getting out the deadwood if you re-signing Juan Mata. I'm sorry, bro.
That's
and re-signing Phil Jones. You're not getting out the deadwood, right? So that was one of my first things where it was a bit like, I didn't, what's it called? So how I feel like it's been since Oli came in is, right, he came in, morale was so low under Mourinho, bro, because you know what it's like with Mourinho, 2 or 3 years at a club, it's all going well, 3rd year, 4th year, bro, if he makes it to a 4th year, it all goes downhill, bro, because when it's going well, it's Mourinho, I done this, 3 titles, you know what I mean, bro? Then when it's going bad, it's that player or that player or that player, you know what I mean?
Or the referees.
Yeah, or something else. It's like, and you can see why in modern day football that doesn't work, that doesn't last long, you know what I mean, fam?
He was right about Luke Shaw though.
Yeah, but
I know.
Yeah, he definitely was.
He was definitely right.
Luke Shaw, since he's been at Man United, has got 4 assists, bro.
Oh my God!
Are you pre-ing that? In the
you know
Premier
what's
League?
crazy? Like Bellerin has got so many assists as a player, as a right back, and everyone disrespects him. But somebody like Luke Shaw just goes under the radar.
But you know why?
And you know why?
Why?
The English bias. That's the English bias. That's why.
Like Shaw. Everybody's like Shaw's not that much of a problem, bro. You know when Wan-Bissaka come in at the start of last season, bro? Yeah, right. He showed you how much of a problem Shaw was against Tottenham the other day, bro. There was one time, bro. Yeah, right. Where Shaw's more narrow than Maguire. Maguire's had to go out there. The videos come out after where David De Gea is shouting, "Sure, Luke. No, Luke.
Run.
What were you
Luke.
even trying to do? Even if it worked,
what was you doing? Why was you that narrow? Why was you positional?
It was like pro clubs. It was like pro clubs. And
you know what I mean?
He's out of position.
So
fully 3.2 rating. It's finished.
It was
never played again.
It was Palachala.
Yeah,
on pro clubs.
So if we're on pro clubs now, lads, on FIFA, we'd be like, yo. Bro, what are you doing on the inside there, bro?
Don't play.
Yeah. You're not a centre back, bro. You're a left. You know what I mean?
Stay in your position.
Yeah.
Stay in your position.
Yeah, fam. So my thing, right, like I said, we worked off that gas when Mourinho killed the morale. We worked off that. And then after that kind of died, we had a loss or two, like results didn't go our way. Oli didn't pick it back up, bro. At that point, what it got us to after the PSG game, we was pretty much like, we're getting top 4. Yeah. You know what I mean? But we didn't make top 4, fam.
Yeah. If morale ain't high and the vibe and everyone ain't happy, it's not going to work under Oli because there's no tactic.
There's no tactic. So
just pure vibes and dives. Vibes and dives. Vibes and dives.
Watch your mouth. Right, watch your mouth now. Typical Arsenal hater. So then on top of on that, bro, like we had a little bit of a bad run at the end of the season. Didn't make top 4, whatever, etc. Then we've started the last season now. terrible at the start, bro. To the point where if we didn't get Bruno Fernandes, fam, there was no way we was getting third. And you know what that did? When we got the Bruno Fernandes, lifted the mood of everyone again. Lifted the mood, and then we played well for a few games. Then what happened is, towards the end of the season, didn't get a result well, mood's not high again, right? And it's like everything starts to, we lose this semi-final, that semi-final. We was in 3 semi-finals, didn't win one. We drew at home to Southampton, drew with West Ham, you know, like, and there weren't no tactical, like...
It's like a boxer when he's not doing well at certain parts of the fight, you do what you do your go-to tactic, you know, to stay safe and get your head clear. And Man United have no go-to tactic to get yourself out. So Liverpool could be playing shit, but something can happen where the fullbacks overlap and then they do what they usually do. It's the same with Man
there's
City.
a bit of a...
Even with Arsenal now, as much as... or whatever, like you see a tactic, you know, when they're playing out the back.
Yes,
it's kind
we
of
do.
coming.
Yes, identity.
You know what?
Coming out the same way. It's coming out the same way, and there's no go-to to rely on for him, so it's fully clueless.
And there's too many goals where I've saw, bro, Fulham, Man City. They're a similar type of goal. They beat the press out to Obama. You can see what they're doing. Like with Man U, watch your mouth, Fred. Right, with Man U, horrible. I don't even like giving them any praise. You know, I can't
love it.
These Arsenal fans kill me. Anyway, so with Man U, I never look at it and I'm like, I know our tactic to score. It just looks like they're in that position. It's like, go on, boys, go out, do well, you know, work hard, win second balls.
Remember, you're playing for Man United.
Yeah, and remember you're playing for Man United. This shirt, grab
you're
the
wearing
badge.
that shirt.
You're gonna grab the badge. You know what I mean? Like, come on, man.
You know what I think from, like I'm saying, from the outside point of view, that's what it actually looks like. I look at it and I'm just like, do they have a structure to their game? What is their identity? What's the philosophy? Who's the main guy on the board that's meant to be dictating the game?
So again, I don't want to just go
mean?
too much into this point, right? Spend too much time because we've spent a lot of time on it already. But I just think with Oli, fam, right, it's not I don't think he's the man to take us forward. I don't think he's tactically great. Sometimes his team lineups leave plenty to be desired. His substitutions even worse. You know what I mean? But ultimately, I'm not Oli out at the moment, right? He's got a chance to save it, but I'm just not liking what I'm seeing at the moment. And I'm taking the sentiment and emotion out of it regarding him because I saw a comment the other day and somebody was like, we could never hate Oli. And it's not that I want to hate him or anything like that, but if you go with with them blind, like 1999 Champions League and Oli wins it, you know, if you go with them, you'll never see Oli's fault and you'll just see, it's the players, it's this, it's the board. But from the top down, we've been terrible. That means the board, the manager, the players, everybody has to take a bit, the coaching, everybody has to take a bit on the chin at the moment. Like, we haven't been great. But go on, I'll let you have your what's it called about it more.
Yeah, because I really want Oli to do well. I love Oli, the Champions League, like you were saying, and all of that. But if you look at the rest of the top 8, or maybe even the top 10, every one of them managers are tactically better than him. We've got managers coming from, and this is from what we've seen, we've got managers coming from the Championship, like Bielsa. He's tactically better than a Man United manager.
Leeds actually look like they've got an identity.
Have you saw how animated they are on the sideline when their teams are playing? Do this, do that, do this. Oli's just like...
If we play FIFA now, I can pick up the pad and say, look, I'm going to play like Klopp, I'm going to play like Pep, I'm going to play like this guy, I'm going to play like... If you said, Oli, what is it? And that's my biggest problem after so long. There isn't an identity. We've got that against the big teams. We've got that soak up the pressure and counter. That's the one bit of tactic.
But is that even a tactic?
This is what I'm
saying. I think even I could tell a team of 11 men to do that.
This is what I'm saying. So that's the only time. That's the only time I've seen that it's kind of worked. Or this is Oli's imprint on a game. Every other time I don't see an imprint. I see, like you're saying, the players go out, and when morale's good, it's gonna work. When morale's not good, there's no way out. That's why our bad runs last so long. There's no way out of it. There's not.
I got a question for you then. Where is this negativity coming from? What is it that's causing this negative? Because I remember when Ole come in, and I promise you guys know that I'm not.
You can't just run off a vibe, Fred.
You know what I mean?
You can't run off. Football is, if you could just run off a vibe, bro. Every manager would be the happiest. Like you just bring in happy managers. That don't work, bro. Do you know what Ole is? In truth, for me, bro, because even the recent comments what he's come out, and nobody here is saying go for the board, because I wouldn't tell nobody to go for their boss. I wouldn't go to to work and go for my boss, say, yo, my man's this and it.
You're going to go to the group leader, though. You're going to go to the group leader.
No, but I'm not going to go after him, though, fam. I'm not going to like attack him because I know where that could lead me. So nobody's saying to Ali attack anybody. But don't come out after the Sevilla game, like, 8 or so weeks ago and say, you know, the squad depth isn't what it is. We need players. We need this. Come out after Luton and say, you know what? The squad depth isn't as bad as what I thought. Nah, you know.
That's really bad.
You know what I mean? And then
polish it, bro.
Don't polish it and then say there's nothing wrong with our transfer policy. Yeah. I'm not saying don't go for anyone, but don't endorse what's happening, bro. Don't co-sign it. Don't be like, because ultimately, right?
Don't con the fans.
You know what happens in 2 months, bro? What happens in 2 months, right, is it's like, well, Ali, you said the team wasn't as bad as what you thought it was.
Yeah.
How come you're 10th?
Yeah.
How come you're doing so bad then? When really it is, you should have just, because he did say at one point, right, he said, basically, leave it at, he said, if we get any signings, right, you'll know. So if it's that, then it's like, all right, leave it at that. Cool. If you get any signings, you'll know. Don't want to talk about transfers. Let's go on to something else.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But obviously, we've spent a segment on Ali now on what we think. I'm not Ali out. Like, get him out. Get this person in. But all right, if we did tomorrow, would I be a happier person? I feel like I would be.
Yeah.
Like I'd be looking, because I feel like ultimately Poch gets more out of the team what he's got. Poch didn't get completely backed at Tottenham, and that's why he got to a Champions League final.
Think he got
one year they never spent a penny.
Thank you.
The season they made the Champions League final, they never spent a penny.
Thank you. So I just feel like Poch would get, even with the cycle we've got, he'd get more out of the team and have more tactical awareness and better tactical decisions than Ali has, right? But I'm not Ali out at the moment. He's still got a chance to turn it around in my eyes, but
he's got to start showing something.
Yeah, it's like 80-20 the other way, bro. Like the bad way.
If you really do look at it, both is like, if you actually look at it and you step back and you look, you got Everton and Ancelotti, you know what I mean? You got Liverpool, Clark, Man City,
scary thing.
Arteta with Arsenal.
Unfortunately, we got Arteta with Arsenal.
You got Mourinho at Spurs. Like, where does Ole fit in with all these lot?
All right,
because you've got the team. Because the team is not, obviously the team's not bad, Momo. You know what I'm saying? The team is, on paper is actually decent.
It should do better.
It should do better.
It shouldn't be getting piped by Palace and
Spurs 6-1. You know what I mean? I don't want to bring it up, but I have to bring it up. 6-1.
Even though we got the win against Brighton,
8-2.
Yeah, 8-2.
Just throw that out there, you know.
Bare Bayern Munich ones.
I'd 8 to be you know, like that. One of them ones.
We won the league at Old Trafford, so it don't matter. Come on, Arsenal. Come on, Arsenal.
Anyway, let's not go. What do you think about Arsenal then, Freds? Obviously, Arsenal fan, we'll give you and then we'll be able to chime in.
Well, you know what? Me as an Arsenal fan
sorry to cut you. Obviously, with the other day, I got to hot you up on camera saying that you're going to finish above Man City. Yeah. I need to hear this.
Yeah,
now.
so why can't I not say that?
No, I'm just asking.
My manager has given me that belief that we can finish above Man City. And the way I'm looking at Man City right now is they needed a serious centre-back to fix that back four. I don't think Ruben Diaz is the answer. I think Laporte and him will make a good... I think they make a good like partnership, but I don't think it's going to be that dominating partnership that, you know, Koulibaly would have brought to Man City. That's a whole different dynamic. He's an experienced player, Champions League, etc., etc. Ruben Diaz, Benfica, I think, is it? Where's Diaz come from?
Benfica.
I'm sorry, that's not the guy to come in and change everything for Man City. And plus, you know, with Pep right now, he looks like he's exhausted. You know what I'm saying? He looks like he's come to the end of his cycle. Plus everything happening, you know,
when
with his
parents.
When
he takes an L, he looks exhausted.
You know what I mean? But
which is what he did against
I just don't think. Like, what did he finish last season on? 81 points.
Quite a bit.
Yeah, so he finished 81 points.
It
wasn't a challenge. And I looked at Man City last season. De Bruyne carried most of that team that season. I just look at it like, why couldn't Arsenal finish above them? The signings we've made were the signings we needed to make.
So where have you got Arsenal finishing this season?
I've my top four. It's going to sound crazy coming from an Arsenal fan, but my top four this season is Liverpool going to win the league.
Yeah,
it's not going to be a one horse race as it's been, or a 2 horse race. The surprise, guys, I think it's going to be Tottenham. I think Tottenham are going to be the challengers. And I don't want to underestimate. I think Tottenham are going to challenge for the title. They're going to finish second. And I don't think we should underestimate Tottenham. And I think Arsenal will finish third due to the fact that, look, I think the squad's getting better. Morale's high. Fans are united. Everyone's backing Arteta. So I'm loving it right now. And then we've signed someone, a midfielder, the profile of a midfielder we've needed since Vieira, and we all know that's true.
I'd agree
and
with
in
that.
his position right now, Partey, there's not many players that you could probably say in his position right now are
that you would want.
That you'd want better than him.
I don't know if he's.
I think your transfer window has been amazing.
Amazing,
for you, bro.
Amazing.
I think this is what I don't like about you though. Your say Cavani is definitely a dead signing, but Willian's definitely a great.
The only reason
I agree. Willian was a very good signing.
Yeah.
I agreed that before the Cavani
because
signing,
you know on Twitter and that people just. They're irrational.
Was I not defending?
Yeah,
you're one of them.
I am one of them. I probably have the most irrational one. I probably have the most irrational one.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Even as a Man United fan, I saw it, bro. I saw like bringing Wan Matter or Lingard off the bench, bro. Or Willian. Don't tell me, bro, that Willian's a terrible signing. He's not, bro. Not. People just like to troll for the sake of trolling rather than actually, taking the emotion out and looking what's happening in football.
An actual basis to the argument. There isn't any. It's baseless arguments. They were saying Willian this, Willian that.
Gabriel, how do you feel about him?
Well, look, like I said, end of this season, the two guys that are going to be in the PFA team of the year are going to be Gabriel and Virgil van Dijk. And I'm not trying to be biased.
That's a major
statement. You know the only reason why I'm saying this, and much because if he was at Manchester United and if he was doing this, I would look. You can just see a player in it. You can just see off a straight eye test. Look at this player. His profile. I'm looking at his profile. He's aggressive. He's tenacious. We ain't had a centre back like that in a long time.
Do you know what I haven't saw him make a mistake yet. In the sense of he's made a mistake. It's on top of him. How do you deal with the pressure now?
All right. So his first debut game, he got thrown in. It hasn't played for 6 months. He made a mistake that game at the start of the game. He let the ball run into Leno. Leno had to make a little save. And you know what, bro? What did he do? He went on to score ahead of that game on his debut, man of the match. Next game, man of the match. His next game that he started after that, man of the match. This guy is... I ain't seen a centre-back have this impact at Arsenal 10, in a long time.
What are you giving the Gabriel signing?
Legitimately.
Yeah.
I can't, obviously, you can only really give it high numbers at the end, but right now it's looking...
How are you feeling as well now?
As a prediction, I think Gabriel, we needed a centre-back like that for a long time. He's young, 22 years old. He looks tenacious, he's fast, he can play with his feet,
So at the end of the season...
I'm saying 8, I'm happy. I'll give Gabriel 8.
All right, Partey, what are you saying about that?
You know how I feel about that. You know how I feel about that. Because like I'm saying, it's all about profiles of players now. And Arteta said something important about Arsenal. He wants to balance the squad. He wants, like I seen Al Neni come into the team. And I thought, why is Al Neni in the team? He's been on loan.
Physical spine.
But it was his physical attributes. And the thing is about Partey, he has the physical attributes of that sort of midfielder, like a dynamic box-to-box midfielder. But he has the finesse as well. And if you really watch him play, he likes to tackle the ball, but he's not just a defensive midfielder. And this is the misconception everyone's getting about Thomas Partey. He's not a defensive midfielder. He's a very well-rounded midfielder in all key areas.
I agree. I think it's a very good signing, bro.
If you look at his dribbling statistics, I think only Lionel Messi probably had better, or he probably had the best dribbling statistics in La Liga last season. And compared to all the other Arsenal midfielders, he completely throws them out of the water. And we love Dani Ceballos. He dribbles in the game more than Dani Ceballos per 90 minutes, you know what I mean?
So who else did you get? Willian? Is that
No. We got Willian. And obviously the major thing for Arsenal this season was tying down Aubameyang. Signing Aubameyang, you got to understand, for us to hold on finally for the first time in my life,
you've been known as a selling club. I do understand that statement.
We've been known as a selling club. This was a statement. We are willing to do what it takes to keep the best players. And we're showing other clubs that we're going to keep our players now.
I do understand.
You know what I mean?
I do think that was it was
a statement.
I understand you saying it's a statement. What do you think then? You had Liverpool top, Tottenham second, Arsenal
third, and Man City fourth.
Okay.
Wait, going back to Arsenal though, I still think, and I was saying it to you before, that they need a creative midfielder. I don't think there's any creativity in that team.
The thing is...
in that midfield.
The thing is now, right, we can't dismiss my little young G Saka, Like, you see that kid right there? I'm not trying to overhype him, but I'm telling you, we know that's a special player. He affects the game so much. And, his influence over 90 minutes can't be, as you said, can't be measured through goals and assists, even though his goals and assists do speak for a young player.
I still think you needed Aouar.
You know what it is with Aouar? Look, we don't need to panic. We can always go back in for Aouar. We don't need to panic. You know what I mean? We can always go back in for Aouar.
You're building, which is
we're building a project. Look, it's not FIFA. It's not Ultimate Team. You ain't going to make transfers anytime you want. It's not going to happen in 6 months or 3 months. You know what I mean? It's a project. And eventually, We probably will get it in a while. But for now, Partey offers us a different dynamic. If we play a 4-3-3 with Xhaka, Partey and Ceballos can play a lot more advanced and he's a lot more creative than our other players. Or then we've got Saka, or then we've got Willian to play in the 10 because Arteta did say he brought Willian to play more as a central attacking midfielder. And then we've got the Pepes, the left wing. You've got Martinelli to come back. You know what I mean? Arsenal right now, where we're looking to go, is looking in the right direction, and for the first time,
I agree
in a long time, including Wenger's years, I genuinely feel like things are actually different at Arsenal.
I think you look the healthiest you've looked in about a decade. Yeah, I do think that, but I do think it's premature at the moment.
It is premature.
We're gonna do Man City. I'm not saying you can't do it, because like I said, you look very healthy. Yeah, it's worrying as a Man United fan for what the position we look to the teams around us. Right, you do look the healthiest you've looked in a decade, bro. So I do agree with a lot that you're saying about Arsenal. I do think you're a bit gassed, and the thing that I did say, is with Arsenal fans, because they haven't had it good for so long, right? It's like it's a bit premature where you are at the moment. It's like you've already done it and you haven't done it.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah, talk about Champions League.
Yeah, but you know what the thing is, though, guys. You know what the thing is. It's like this. Remember, football is it's a sport full of emotions. And now, if our manager,
Ollie's at the wheel, bro.
If our manager within this short amount of time has made us genuinely believe in him, you can't blame the fans for being excited. And then we've kept on to players like Aubameyang.
Not excited, just not delusional.
I mean, look. At the end of the day, my expectations for Arsenal are always going to be high. I want us to be in the top 4. I want us to challenge for the title. My expectations will always be that, but I got to be real.
So this year, would you want to finish in the top 4 for the FA Cup?
Oh my God! Obviously, we'd want to be in the top 4.
Apparently, your season was better than our season, but let's not go into that.
Listen, but who won a trophy?
Number 3, let's go with Liverpool. How do you think their transfer window is?
Wait, before we get to them, let me add something to say about Man City.
Go on.
When saying that they could finish above Man City.
I'll tell you what, we'll do Man City first. We'll
do Man City. Let's do Man City.
And I think Man City are there to be got. And I think Pep's struggling. And I think Pep's struggling bad. And the biggest reason why he's struggling is that in the world today, the defenders are not as good as they were 10 years ago.
No way.
The actual quality of defenders ain't as good.
And his style of football requires every player to be very good. So, your Puyol and your PK and the fullbacks he had with Dani Alves.
Remember, sorry to cut you. Remember AC Milan defense when they had like Cafu, Maldini,
Nesta?
Ridiculous.
Like, oh my
what
God.
the hell was that,
oh
bro?
My God.
That's Cannavaro's at different teams and all.
And look at that. That was just in one team. And every major team had defenses similar like that.
Which one of them players?
A man like Rio and Tony Adams and that weren't as good as them.
Exactly.
So as good as them.
So deep that now. What Premier League team do them people not get into now?
Yeah,
every single
one, because
without even
Maldini,
even Woodgate and Ledley King and all.
But you know what? To be fair, lads, I did say this on Twitter. I did say that the actual quality of defenders. Like I remember, there was a time in the Premier League there was 10 Van Dijks in the league at one time.
Vidic's, Rios.
There was the Vidic's, the Rios, the Terrys, the Campbells, the Stams, the Hippiers. There was loads loads of proper very.
Man's
mentioned Koscielny, you know what? Koscielny was actually a decent centre back.
2 years he was okay.
He was actually a decent centre back. Let's not hate. Let's not hate. Let's not hate. He ain't no Wes Brown, and he's not no Wes Brown. You know what I mean? Yeah. Because we can bring them all out if we want.
You know Wes Brown assisted Christie for that goal.
Yeah, the Champions
League final. He's assisting goals.
Get over.
Which Arsenal player? Wait, which Arsenal player?
Mikhail Silvestre.
You bought him.
I know, but listen, we bought him. Yeah, but where did he come from, bro? He come from United. You lot bought him. You lot bought him into the country. You lot bought him into the country.
And then you saw him at 33 and thought he could still offer out dead defense.
Yeah, but you know what? We know how the transfers work with Arsenal back then. It was horrible, man. It was horrible.
Sorry, I cut your point anyway. So you were saying Man City struggling.
Yeah. And he had like Philip Lahm and Boateng and everyone at Bayern. And I think he's going to struggle again. I think his style, the teams that he's playing are not respecting his defense. And
no way.
And they're getting at him now.
They're throwing money at it.
Yeah.
And I don't think even Koulibaly fit the profile of what
he actually likes.
I watch Koulibaly, I watch Serie A, but I don't watch it a stupid amount to fully know. And obviously, you can't go by FIFA, but his passing's never been good.
All right,
yeah, so he's not a ball playing centre.
His passing's never been good.
I think this is the problem, though, where we're going with football. Every defender needs to be able to pass the ball amazingly.
For Pep does, though.
I understand that, but I mean, like, that's why Pep's teams, have always said it. They're very susceptible to the counter attack. Yeah. Like, he didn't win the Champions League at Brighton. He didn't.
Brighton.
Sorry. Oh, Brighton on the mind.
Whoa.
Brighton. He didn't win the Champions League at Bayern Munich, bro. You know what I mean? Like, he's always gone into a team that's always been like amazing. Like,
can I just make one point about his time at Munich and not winning the league? Madrid just dominated, man. Ronaldo was just on smoke. What
I do understand that, but still,
you know what I mean? He was literally.
They didn't go out to Madrid every year, did they?
Yeah, no. They actually, I think they did 2 out of 3 times. Remember that game when Ronaldo scored 2 offside? Where they got robbed. I mean, there was exterior things that made. You know what I mean?
He's been the beneficiary. He's been the beneficiary of mad decisions over the years for Barcelona. And he's had Messi when he won. Like Ronaldo's on the other team. He had Messi.
Yeah.
Like this, he started right at Barca. There's only 2 teams in the league at that point. Simeone hadn't transformed Atletico then. Then Bayern. There's only one team in that league, really, bro. Like, let's be honest.
Going waves.
And
they were at the bottom of the wave. And Dortmund.
And the worst thing is, when he did go to Germany, I'm pretty sure Klopp gave him proper...
No, he did.
Proper whacking.
And the thing was, Dortmund was always known for selling their best player. Yeah. And then he went to Man City. And Man City were pretty much like...
I mean, when you look at Pep's career in the Premier League so far, all right, he's City Centurions. That's the one standout thing. The back-to-back Premier League titles. But when you look at the money spent, the players...
Was anybody else that good to challenge them at the point, though?
No, how much better did he do than Mancini and Pellegrini?
Yeah, and Conte.
Look at it.
No, I mean, obviously, he won the league in a manner that we ain't seen in a long time. However, has he actually done anything that Mancini didn't do?
But when he won the league, though, Arsenal weren't looking healthy. Liverpool was just starting up with Klopp. I'm not saying I mean, like, these things when you're on about the Centurion thing and all of that.
Yeah.
Liverpool was just starting with Klopp.
Yeah.
We was messing about with Mourinho.
Obviously,
you know what I mean?
Obviously.
No team was looking like the way.
No team was looking like the way they are now.
Don't get me wrong. I'm not discrediting it in the sense of you've done it amazing, but like now it doesn't just look like even when Liverpool won the title, and the season before when Man City won the title, there's 2 teams now. We always kind of knew before that season, Man City was winning the title this year. It's where everybody else was.
And now Liverpool just rocked them out of the boat.
And we feel that way about Liverpool now. You know what I mean? Klopp's come in and kind of what's it called, out the water. So yeah, with Man City, I do agree. I think this season, Man City are not. They might not be part of that 2-horse race, if I'm being honest with you. I don't think there will be. I think it is open for teams like Tottenham, Arsenal and Chelsea.
Everton.
I
wouldn't put it past them.
They're looking very good. And Ancelotti is not a joke of a manager.
He's not a joke, man, bro.
He's top quality.
Yeah, they've got Hammers, but let's not go into that. Yeah, right. So yeah, I do think they'll what's it called? I agree with the both of you. Like, they're not gonna be the team that we've become accustomed to seeing. Right, I do agree with that, definitely. Moving on to Liverpool, does everybody here agree that we think they'll win the title? Oh, sorry, what we missed. How do we rate Man City's transfer window?
I don't even know who they've signed, bro. Except for
Ruben Diaz.
Torres.
Ferran Torres.
But this is what I mean, though. No one actually even really cares about who Man City signed.
No, but I don't think they replaced Fernandinho in the middle, which they needed to last year.
I mean, they got Rodri, but Rodri's not really looking like the best of players. He looks
all
right, but
I don't think it's a great window. I just think it's...
Bro, you know, when I look at it, have they improved where they needed to improve? They needed a dynamic... Look, Arteta come out and said something about Man City's tactics.
He keeps talking about...
And seriously, because obviously Pep and Arteta were part of it, and Arteta said that Pep just loves to control the game, pass. He loves ball players, but the big bullies of the Premier League come and eventually win that ball back, and that's something that Man City can't handle. They can't handle, and this is why Liverpool dominate them so much. And why do teams that press them and go at them do so well, like Leeds the other day as well, or the other week? Because if you can keep up and keep pressing this team, we've known this since Barcelona days. If you can just keep up with them and press them and keep up with them, you will get your breakthrough.
Or a lot of teams sit back and just counter them. And because the defense is like they need Maldini's and Van Dijk.
Yeah, they need
Van Dijk in the same thing. I've used Van Dijk not to put
but he is the best. Now, one of the best right now.
He needs like the Ramoses, like the best defenders in the world. He needs them because they get isolated, like in his like throwing a lot of players forward
in his system.
You sit counter attack, bruv, and that's why you've saw like they took a drubbing this season at Leicester. You know what I mean? And Leicester had like 28% possession. They didn't have much of the ball. You know what I mean? Like
even when you're going to end up, you know, with the triangles that he plays across the pitch, as a centre back, you might be in an unnatural position. And when you get it put on you, but you need to be as good as Puyol.
Definitely.
And all of
and the PKs and the Puyols and the Dani Alves.
So we do all agree though that that we're not.
You know what? I could potentially see even Chelsea like, you know, trying to topple them for top 4 as well.
We'll see.
But there's so many teams. There is actually so many teams, and I don't think
through them all in this time.
Let's do Liverpool.
Liverpool, what we're thinking.
Probably made the signing of the summer with Thiago
for the price that they got.
For the price that they got and the quality, you know,
unbelievable.
To sign Jota as well. I mean, Liverpool fans are there saying he's taking the Mane route, and he's looking like a player. Jota is a baller.
He is, but I'll tell you now, Mane, right, he's so underrated.
Oh, he's a monster.
So badly underrated as a player. Like when I look at Man U now, and you know, like I've mentioned Rashford. Does Rashford get in over Son? Does he get in over Mane?
No.
Does he get in over?
Aubameyang.
I don't even know who City's got. We ain't even got to Aubameyang as well. Like there's 4 or 5 teams, and like, you know, when you say Man U's team's not as bad as whatever, if you look at the players, player for player, people like him, and I don't just want to seem like I'm singling out him because I do. Like I said, I do like Marcus Rashford. I think he should be part of the squad.
Marcus Rashford, MBE.
But things like that. So Liverpool, do we all agree? Pretty much title winners again this season.
Yeah, you know what? Yeah. Ooh, no.
I don't think so. I don't think pretty much.
I think they're the favourite, should I say that?
Yeah, they're the favourite.
I think it'll be a surprise if anybody else wins the title this year. I don't think that. I'm not saying nobody else can't, because look at, you know, other teams have won the title. Yeah. But I say that like they're heavy favourites.
They're the best equipped. You know, they got all the best players in the positions that they need.
You know what it is with Liverpool and Jurgen Klopp's system, fam. And you saying the other day, fam, that Klopp in his 3rd or 4th year imploded at Borussia because his style of football, that gegenpress, is not just mad physical taxing, it's mentally taxing to know that I'm always going to be the hardest worker on, and it doesn't I don't think people can keep that up every year. Since they've won the league, they've been shit.
Definitely. I do understand that, and I think that it takes teams a while to adjust. So like now, this is why, you know what I'm saying, like the Arteta thing's premature. It takes teams a while to adjust to what you play if you come with something new. And Klopp was new to the Premier League, got the players he needed, etc. But people like they've improved with Thiago, which is I think is a fantastic signing, as a great like squad player, because I don't think he'll break into the first 11 like that. But people work out like, all right, they look at games where like they've lost that game. How did they lose that game? They look at the tactics Liverpool play a high line. You know, like Villa wouldn't have beat them 7-2 last year or the year before, bro. Like people are looking and because you win the league, it happened to Man United a lot, so I understood it. Like people aspire to be you. It happens in like boxing or whatever. You've got people looking at that boxing champion for so long that when they fight them, they're ready. You know what I mean?
They're ready for this. This is our moment.
But the champion hasn't like looked at that person that was ranked 10th from 3 years ago. You know what I mean?
But they've been waiting for this moment.
I do think that with Liverpool, but I don't think. I haven't saw enough yet, even though they got a drum in. I think that was a one-off. I haven't saw enough yet where I think, all right, then they're not going to win the league.
Even the game before, they were leaking goals against
Leeds. They were leaking goals against
and
Leeds.
they didn't look good against in any like.
You know what?
Leeds have looked well though.
You know what? Let's just put it out there. Let's just put it out there. Have Liverpool looked good since they lost at Arsenal?
Since they won the league, I think.
Well, literally, since they won the
try
league.
and base it on losing to Arsenal.
Nah, but seriously though, listen, seriously, let's just put into perspective.
Come on.
Champions League, they got knocked out after giving it all the talk. They got knocked out. Yeah.
They played okay that game.
No, they played excellent.
Chances,
they played like Liverpool played really well.
Adrian.
But since that game, I feel like that game against Atletico, it just all went out of them.
I think when they won the league, it completely
and now they just
deflated them a bit, because that's what they've wanted to do.
They've won the Champions League. They've won the Premier League. They've won the Champions League. What's left now for these players?
I think Liverpool are guaranteed to win the title. Who do you think could win it?
No, I think it's very close.
Yeah, you think it's more open?
I think last year I thought it was Liverpool City. Yeah, and now I think it's very open. I think
with who though? Who do you think this is who do you think are potential?
So they got to be there. Liverpool got to be there. Yeah. Man City have got to be there.
I don't think so.
I don't think Man City will.
I don't think Man City can win the title this year, bro.
I don't think they will.
I genuinely think the biggest competition that Liverpool are going to face is from Jose Mourinho and Tottenham. Not even joking.
I think
Gareth Bale.
If you get Gareth Bale fit and playing, bro, then I think I would agree with that, bro, because I think Mourinho has been backed at where
we're talking about transfers.
I'm not guaranteed. Do you think it's just a more open? What are you saying? It's just more open than it was last season.
Yeah, way more open.
Yeah,
it's definitely not going to be like a one horse race. I mean, Liverpool have already been smacked. You know what I mean?
I think Liverpool will take a few L's this year.
I can't say I disagree with that. I think it'll be more open. I still think they're the favourites, but I do understand with what you're saying. I do agree. I understand.
I think the
and them lot are not making a lot of money. So what? A lot of them players are on low wages.
Yeah.
To what?
Yeah, they are.
I mean, and then you look at people like Aubameyang and like, hold on, my man's on 250 bags, 350 bags a week. Why am you know what I mean? When
why
clubs,
am I here
at the end of the day? When clubs come knocking, when the big boys come knocking for the Manes and the Salahs, they're gonna go just like Coutinho went, just like Suarez went, and that's no disrespect to Liverpool as a club. But at the end of the day, when Barca and Madrid come knocking, which they most likely will, your players are saying goodbye, just like the Suarez did, just like the Coutinhos did. So you know what I mean? There's no you know what I mean? It's
so Tottenham then.
Tottenham. I mean, me as an Arsenal fan, I don't even want to really respect them. But at the same time, what do you think of their
transfer window?
You know, when you look at when you look at the bought Rougelon, he was like, people were saying he was the best left back in the Spanish league last season. Yeah, that's what they were saying about him. They signed him. Sergio Aurier looks like he's revamped his career under Mourinho. Kane looks like he's gone on a completely different level, and Son is looking like a killer in front of goal. The system's working for them. He's dropping players like Dele Alli. He's doing this. He's got Holdberg in. He loves Lo Celso. Ndombele starting to like. You seen what Ndombele done to Man United when he played against them?
You know what Maguire did, fam.
And Maguire did not.
Forget the mistakes and forget the goals. Let's just talk about his performance. Forget De Gea's mistakes. Yeah, I know Maguire's poor, but when you look at it from an outside perspective, it's just like, whoa, man. They've got Mourinho as manager. You know, Lloris is back from his horrible injury last season. They're smacking goals in. Like, so they are smacking goals in.
What do you think then they're going to be there or thereabouts this season?
They're going to be the biggest threat to Liverpool. And I think...
How do you feel about that, Momo?
Harry Redknapp was saying it.
You know what? I don't think Mourinho's got it in him no more. I think over the season, it's going to, like, the shit football is going to... But you know what? With everyone else not looking that good...
It could be.
It could be.
We say Tottenham are playing shit football and Mourinho's playing shit football, but he's just scored the most goals in the Premier League so far.
We watch the game though, brother.
Yeah,
we do watch the game.
And it weren't due to his tactics and his style of play that they scored 6. He's not a serial. Let's.
Do you know? Even after we got a player sent off, you know, Ali continued to press him, bro. He didn't have like a drop back style. He continued to press,
tactically inept.
It was mad. I saw somebody do a breakdown on Finger the other day. So far, we've done Man U, Arsenal, Liverpool, Tottenham.
Definitely got to get onto Everton.
Man City. We have. This is what I was going to say.
Did we have to get onto Everton? I've rated Everton for a while.
What do you think? Right, I think Ancelotti's got him playing great, like good football, playing very well. I don't know if they'll be able to completely and utterly sustain it, but they are a threat, and the way how bad we're looking at the moment, Man United, I'm seeing it as a threat. Like, that's the truth.
Well, if you just start to put into perspective who they've signed, you know, they've not signed nobodies. Decore, I like to call him Yaya Decore. You know what I mean? He's a good player. He's somebody that any club wouldn't mind having a Decore. He was a good signing. Then they got my guy Allen from Napoli. That signing there is mad.
Yeah, it's a good, mad. Very good signing.
And this is what Ancelotti brings, because that's that pull. Who would have ever thought we'd see James Rodriguez, the Allens.
But, and then you got to think Calvert-Lewin started on fire. Richarlison's a good player.
And if you actually read it, like deep Ancelotti's career, let's look at some strikers that he's managed, and all their best goal scoring seasons have come under Ancelotti. And at the moment, it's looking like Calvert-Lewin. He is in my fantasy team. Calvert-Lewin. He's killing it, and I said it last season. He's got because I feel like football now is become so tactical that people just look at players' profiles now, their physical attributes, what they can bring. Because every footballer is a good footballer now. Well, most of them anyway, majority of them. I feel like Calvert-Lewin's going to smack it this season for Everton, and it's not just him; it's the Richarlisons.
But you can actually see
James Rodriguez's.
Yeah.
The coaching has done for him. Do we think, though, really, do you think Everton can possibly finish in the top 4?
Yes.
I think everything,
all
the
ingredients. We're not saying that they will, but we're saying
why? You know why I think
that they could.
Because I can see Tottenham not make it. It can happen. I can see United from how we started not make it. I can see Arsenal not make it.
Yeah.
I can see Chelsea not make it.
Who we haven't spoke about. What about Chelsea?
Best transfer window they've had, isn't it? That's the funnest.
It's
the funnest.
Is it all going to come together because I just don't know. I look that they've done like an ultimate team thing where they've gone and got a lot of players.
Yeah.
But is it gonna? Is that gonna mold together?
Was it meant to mold together for Lampard?
What do you mean? Sorry.
As in,
What do you mean?
Abramovich is going to sack him, even if he does well at some point.
Oh, look, we can't
sack him for the next one. He does it to anyone.
Oh, what do you think it was like? It was more like Abramovich has brought these.
So he's brought all these players just to sack him.
Abramovich, the next manager will have these players because Abramovich. That's why he fell out with Jose the first time. Remember, he wanted Shevchenko.
Yeah,
like he gets fully involved in who they sign in it.
Yeah.
So I think, and that's why I'm worried because I want Pochettino. If Ole goes, I want Pochettino, and if Lampard does shit,
and they get Pochettino,
they'll get Pochettino with that team.
Yeah.
If you look at the transfers, though,
backing.
Like if we look at let's deep the transfers though, you know what I mean. Like let's put it into perspective now. They did need a left back. They got Chilwell.
Yeah.
You know what I mean. They one of their main targets all season was Declan Rice.
Mendy.
They got that Edward Mendy, but he's been injured now. Obviously, I think he's injured anyway.
Thiago
Silva. I mean, you know, that's not the worst signing, but he's a Champions League finalist. So he's clearly
it's a bit of an Ed Woodward signing.
It's an Ed Woodward signing. Yeah, it's not really a signing that made sense.
They got decent young players around him. So maybe
you got the Mounts,
Tomori and
Reece James.
Who else did they sign?
They signed Havertz. They signed Havertz, but he's still a young lad. We can't expect too much from him. You know what I'm saying?
Ziyech.
You know, they've signed Ziyech, which I think was the maddest signing that they made. I think
that's a great signing.
That Ziyech for 35 million and Werner. I think they signed Werner and Ziyech for less than Maguire. So you know what? It brings us back to why Man United.
Shot right to the kidney.
Like it's mad. But you know, Werner as well.
Can't breathe.
I think Chelsea have had a mad transfer window, and they've still got Pulisic to come back from injury and stuff. So they've had a mad transfer window. Are these players going to gel? I don't think so. Is this team going to gel? I've not even seen.
Do you think you're definitely going to finish above Chelsea?
I believe so. I believe if you just take away all the the signings and the mad money they've spent and everything like that, you just look at the teams and the way they play.
Yeah.
You can clearly see that there is a project. There's something coming along at Arsenal, and now the right players are coming in. Remember what the thing used to be about Arsenal.
No, but just because you've got an identity, but just because you've got an identity and a system, don't mean it's going to work. The only thing Arsenal have done is shown that there's something. That don't mean show something. And Brendan Rodgers has something. He's shown something. All these other managers has. So I wouldn't get too
had a
gassed.
couple of worrying results though. Like
I mean, you know what? Truthfully, there is a lot of paper over the cracks. I've been saying this for a while as well. But however, we just need to be patient and wait for Arteta to get his actual team, and we can't expect it in one summer window like the way Chelsea have. You know what I mean? Like we can't. How can we do that?
I think personally, my thing this year, right, is I think the top 4 is wide open. I think Liverpool will win the title, but I do understand what you're saying about it isn't just going to be like a cut dry.
Like we knew in December Liverpool are winning the league.
Points in front of everybody.
You know what I mean?
No, I don't think it's going to be that.
I feel like last season Liverpool did benefit from the fact that literally every top club is in transition.
All right,
except for Man City.
I don't. You see the top 4, bro. I think it's mad hard to call this year.
Yeah.
Right, I just think we're the least favourites for it at the moment as a Man United fan. We are the least favourites for it.
It's gonna be tough.
We could turn it around and make it, but at the moment, I feel like we're the least favourites for it.
So what are you missing then? What are United
you know what
missing?
we was missing, bro? We needed Jadon Sancho,
Telles.
Right, man can say centre back, but it wasn't our target at the start.
Yeah.
So to me, because we just spent 80 million on one last season. All right, we might have. It's not like we spent 30. We actually went and spent 80. So all right, if that signing hasn't worked out, we have to hold a season of bad centre backs for a season. You know what I mean? It's hard to say, bro. Or we have to bring Twan Zabia and that through. Yeah. I think we needed Sancho, Telles, Van der Beek, and then if we was going to sign Cavani, Cavani, and that would have been a good transfer window for Man United.
Yeah.
But we haven't sorted out the problem of Rashford, Martial, and Greenwood are the if who's going to bench one of them at the moment? Lingard, Igalo, no man. The only one we've got kind of coming in is Cavani, and is he going to be able to bench I don't know. So
is he going to bench Martial?
No, and other than Tellez in the whole team, who's a good crosser of the ball?
Yeah, even just a good, because one of my things is I don't even think we get enough players in the box. Sometimes Wan-Bissaka's down the wing, bro, and Pogba's back there. Fernandes doesn't head at the ball. I think what Oli needed to install into his tactics, bro, is all right. If we're gonna go down the wing and we're gonna cross it in, bro, he needs to make sure that Fernandes switches with Pogba for that moment, bro. Right, or Pogba's further forward, fam, and getting on the end of them crosses, bro, along with Martial, along with the Rashfords. You can't cross the ball into just Marcus Rashford against a lot of these players, and he's just going to win the majority.
I hope Cavani can change some of that.
You need to give yourself a higher probability though, bro. And the more players in the box for a cross, the more chance you get it. That's the truth of it. So I just think we're the least favourites. I think it's wide open. I can't sit here and say to you,
for definite.
My personal thing is I think Tottenham will make top 4, and I think Arsenal will make top 4. I think it's open for everybody else at the moment. Yeah,
because we've still got the Wolves, Everton.
Obviously, that isn't a guarantee. That's just how I'm feeling at the moment. We could do a podcast in a month, and I could say, all right,
positive vibes.
Yeah, the vibe.
Arteta out.
Yeah, Arteta
out. Whoa, lads.
Mourinho's meant to stay
Ole at the wheel. You know what I mean? Mourinho's been sacked.
Who do you feel like for top 4 then, and say the league and etc.?
Fuck you know, top 4.
No pressure.
It's tough because
it is tough.
I think everyone is going to be a bit. So I'll go Liverpool. As favourites. Second could be.
It could be anyone.
It could be anyone. It still could be United. I still think United could do it. I still think this team's good compared to everyone else. I don't think anyone else has been. Even in the first few games, we've watched more of our games and how bad that 6-1 is. But even the other games, like Arsenal before, with how long he kept Aubameyang gone to the left, they played shit before that.
Yeah.
What was that last game? Who did you play?
We played Sheffield United.
Yeah, before that.
Yeah, and he's on the left, and then as soon as he went central. Well, this is what I mean. Like,
I'm not seeing anyone to be great, fam. So Liverpool. I'll say United.
Radders is just looking.
Because the rest of them have been poor.
Look at Radders' face.
It hurts, fam, because I just can't see it, bro. But carry on, sorry.
I can't guarantee. I was going to say City, automatically, but I can't.
When you really
you really think we've got more of a chance of getting top 4 than Man City at the moment? Honestly, hand on your heart, bro.
With what I've seen this season, City have not been good.
We got smacked.
You know, 6.
What is it? How is fam? I'm just trying to see. I want to see.
I'm just trying not to base it on the 3 games, on it.
Yeah, after 3 games.
Nah, because all of the games.
And not just that, and the transfer window, bro. You know, everything,
And I think everything.
You know what?
That's happening
Thinking about not having a centre back is a big problem.
I don't think we've got more chance of City, but all right. So you go in Liverpool. So what are you really saying? You think Liverpool are favourites for the title, but the top 4's open.
Yes.
That's where we're at. What do you think about that?
So as I'm going to stick with my one, I'm going to go Liverpool, going to win the league, probably like the high 80s, low 90s. I don't think it's a 95, 100 points thing.
Yeah.
I think it's like an 88, 89 points, 90 points.
Oh, I thought you meant on percentages.
No. I think the max this season is going to be like an 89, 90 points this season. I think Tottenham are going to be second, firepower, and I think Mourinho's just going to. He knows how to win the league, and so we can't just
fully right.
You know what I mean? And he's got the right players now that he's wanted. He wanted the Hurricanes and the Suns, and he's got them now. I think Arsenal are going to finish third purely because of the fact that it's a lot of confidence now Arsenal fans have got. We've made the right signings in the right players.
And you've got your Arsenal glasses on.
And I've got my Arsenal glasses on. You get me? But just from a tactical point of view, I just look at Arsenal. We're hard to beat now. Klopp's loving it. Klopp's he's turned Arsenal into different monsters. We're covering we've covered the most ground in the Premier League since the start of this season. We're pressing really high. Things are going all right. We've made the right signings. Our spine is starting to come back. We're starting to finally see a spine at Arsenal again. We've got squad depth. We've got players coming back from injuries. Why not? Why could we not finish third?
I don't know about depth, because if Aubameyang gets injured, bro, I think that's where I worry about.
But I feel like even if Aubameyang did get injured, there is goals that can come from different players. But we need players to step up. but there is goals that we could get.
What haven't stepped up
because
already,
this
bro?
season so
Be
far,
honest,
for
if you're
example,
going to say players haven't stepped up at Man U,
for example, now, but for
already.
example, this season so far, the start of this season, 3 games in, Aubameyang's only scored 1 goal, and we've won. I think we beat, even in the cup games, Aubameyang never scored. He's only scored 1 goal this season. But we're winning games and we're scoring goals because
but he's playing in the team, no, fam. Take him out of the team and the threat he gives, bro.
Yeah. No, of course, no. I understand that, but what I'm trying to say is that they're like Arsenal starting to spread the goals around a bit now through different players. I mean, Aubameyang getting injured, thankfully, he's a top player, top athlete. He hasn't even missed a game, I think. You know what I mean? So we're grateful for that. But players would have to step in and step up. You know what I mean?
So you're saying Arsenal third? I see
Arsenal third, and Partey. I believe Partey is going to have that impact. He's not the same level of impact that Virgil and them man had at Liverpool, but you see that kind of transformation we're going to need in our midfield. He's going to bring that.
Maybe so.
And then people like Danny Ceballos, and this is what I just believe. Third. Why not?
And who fourth?
Why not? I think fourth can be either Man City, Chelsea, like Leicester,
just
Everton.
Not Man United,
I just don't think United are finishing. I'm not saying that because I dislike Man United. I'm genuinely not saying that. I just genuinely look at Manchester United. You see me say it on Twitter enough times. I genuinely don't know what United's football is. Like the identity is completely lost. Pogba don't know where he looks like he's playing. Bruno looks like he's exhausted. Rashford, I don't know what's going on with Rashi. Martial, he stepped up a bit, but you can't depend on like.
Can't do it alone.
You can't do it just depend on 24-year-old Martial. Like I've always said, like he's a decent player, but is he the guy to lead Man United back into the title challenge? I don't think so. But was Erling Haaland? Was Sancho?
Martial then? Martial's a lot, bro. Lacazette can't lace Martial's boots.
Yeah, I know,
that's the truth.
But you know what it is? Lacazette's not our leading inspiration for goals.
It's apparently Pogba's our leading inspiration.
Aubameyang
and Rashford, Greenwood. We share out the goals between our front three.
Whether he was as good as Martial or not, it don't matter at his age, because right now, Aubameyang's one of the best players in the Premier League.
Yeah. So Aubameyang is better than Martial, but Lacazette's not, fam.
Yeah, but Lacazette's not.
Like, in my opinion,
but Brad, you got to remember, we're not sitting there depending on Lacazette to win us games, bro. Like we're not.
If you ain't done shit
yet, man.
No. What I'm trying to say is
no. But you just said if Aubameyang gets injured, it's players like Lacazette that have got to step up.
And I said they're gonna have to step up.
And
yeah,
you
of course.
think he will?
But they're gonna have to.
That's not an answer.
And the thing is, I genuinely believe, all right, he's not going to score 30 goals in a season, cool, but important games when we're playing shit and we need a goal, Lacazette always plays, he always turns up for us.
He misses loads of sitters.
He does miss loads of sitters, I'm not going to lie to you, he does miss a lot of sitters. But you know what, at the end of the day, they do cost us at the end of the day, but you know what, I feel like there's a new hunger and mentality with Lacazette now. There's competition, as weird as it is, there is competition with Nketiah. You know what I mean? Nketiah is doing everything Lacazette's doing and scoring as well. So, Lacazette's more in and around the box now. I feel like Lacazette suffered from sacrificing his game to accommodate the whole team, because Lacazette's never been a false nine.
I just don't think.
I mean, if you look at his years at Lyon, and he was smacking it in the French league, that was a clinical striker. I just feel like he came into an Arsenal
Nobody
team.
Big brought him, fam. You weren't big at the time that you brought him. Nobody big bidded on him.
No. You couldn't say we weren't.
For him.
We were a Champions League team when we signed Lacazette.
You want a big team, like
bro? This don't matter.
This is the healthiest you lot have been in 10 years, fam. Let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you.
Have been like the banter club for years, bro.
Yeah, I know, but it's United now, so.
Yeah, but we're
going off the facts. You have to do something first.
No. Yeah. But going off the facts, bro. So when you brought him, it weren't like I got to move to a massive like.
I think what we paid for him for the season that he had, coming off that season, he scored 31 goals. He won the Golden Boot in the French league. I think that was a massive.
No, but a lot of people knew he weren't too clinical.
Yeah, and
you can't say he weren't too clinical when he scored 31 goals.
No, but
in the season prior.
How many does Moussa Dembele get in that league, bro?
Come on, man.
Like, there's a lot of players.
So then why is everybody not scoring 31 goals in the French league?
No, not everybody played for Lyon, the second team. That's basically the second team in the league.
This is before PSG.
And basically PSG,
these are the times when PSG had Zlatan.
Do you know what people criticise PSG? Farmers League and Mbappe, Farmers League, Neymar. The reason where you turn that around is when you show me you've killed. You can do it in the Champions League.
Or in a different league.
Yeah. No, not even just different platform in the league. You go against the best teams. Like people can't say PSG Farmers team, all of that, because they come against our teams and they win. You know what I mean? Obviously we beat them, but they come up generally. Come up against our teams and win. That's why I like all the whole Farmers League and this league's rubbish, Premier League's this and all of that. I think what's it called? All right, don't want to just go on to just be dead in Lacazette too much. Personally, I don't think it's good. Obviously, you've got a different. We've got a difference of opinion there.
Yeah,
I think pretty much right. We've gone through like what have we missed any team out that we should be speaking about?
Not really. Leicester didn't really have a transfer window that great, did they? They
got Castagna, but
you know what I mean. I wouldn't really say there was any.
I don't know if they could get top 4 this year, but it wouldn't. It's not crazy if they did.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. I think obviously we've gone over our points. We'll be back for a preview of this weekend's games.
Definitely.
And then we'll have our review out. So thank you for watching.
Yep, Tracksuit Pundits.
Tracksuit Pundits. Let's go.
Let's go.